Uh, Welcome to Dual Realm Book Review YouTube channel. Andy, what book are we doing today?
We're doing Stars and Smoke by Mary Lou. I read it in a physical book format. So Goodreads has it rated at a 3.7. And the tags they used was romance, young adult, and spy thriller or thriller. I would say it's very light on the romance. Great for the younger end of young adult range. But yeah, light on the romance, and I feel like that's why it got some of the negative reviews that it did, is that people went into it thinking it was far more of a romance book than it is, which is great for me. It was that perfect level of like romantic tension that I love, and a lot of witty banter, which is really nice. And then we want to read the synopsis.
Give us a little bit about the synopsis. Yeah.
Meet Winter Young, a rookie backup dancer turned global pop phenomenon. His star power has smashed records, selling out stadiums from LA to London. Now he's bringing his swoon-worthy assets to a whole new arena. Infamous criminal tycoon Eli Morrison has just one weakness, his daughter Penelope. And Penelope has just one wish for her 19th birthday, a private concert with Winter Young. When the covert ops organization Panacea Group approaches Winter with this once-in-a-lifetime chance to infiltrate Morrison's inner circle, Winter must use his fame, cunning, and charisma to pull it off. Only he won't be on his own. Posing as Winter's bodyguard is the fiery Sidney Cossett, Panacea's youngest spy. Sidney may be the only person alive impervious to Winter's charms. But as the mission brings them closer, she's forced to admit there's more to this A-lister than slick dance moves and a handsome face. Panacea's unlikeliest partners just might become its biggest heroes, and maybe even a little more, if they can survive each other first. So I enjoyed it.
Okay.
The second book, I will definitely pick up the second book, which is coming out soonish. Sometime, I think it's this summer.
Okay. What about main themes, tropes?
Yeah, definitely enemies to lovers, light enemies to lovers. And like I said, there's not a lot of romance, but definitely the typical spy movie. I could easily see this being made into a movie. It kind of played out in my head.
It's kind of like the Spy Kids to me.
Yes, a little bit. It is a little bit like
the Spy Kids meets Hilary Duff when she goes to Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you remember that Disney movie?
I do. I do remember that. I am a sucker for the Disney movies. I liked that one. All of them, really. The ones we grew up with, I loved them. But like I said, I think that's also plays into why I loved this, because I could definitely see it being made into one of those movies.
Yeah, they're like so cheesy, but you love them.
Mm-hmm. And the other movie that I thought was similar to this, but definitely geared to a little older audience, was Kingsman. It's they take a kid off the street and turn him into one of London's MI6 like spies.
Yeah.
So I definitely got those same kind of vibes. So if you enjoyed that movie, but like I said, this is definitely geared towards kind of a younger audience. So it's a fast, easy read. But I did enjoy it.
Okay. So we kind of discussed any world building, anything kind of, you said as fast paced. So
no, other than setting up like the spy agency, really is the only kind of world building. It's really characters.
Yeah.
The characters are kind of the main piece of any kind of world building, because it is set in London. So it's just a normal London. with today, everything that we have today.
Yeah. Nothing wild.
Nope.
What about emotional impact?
I would say, okay, I definitely was a little, misty-eyed at the end of this book. I liked the characters, even though there were definitely some reviews that said they were kind of flat. I enjoyed them. I connected with them in all of their insecurities, and I enjoyed it. And this, I think, is another reason led to some of the romance. Like, it's crying. Yeah, I cried.
Well, I was going to say, you probably connected with it a little bit too. If it's on the younger end of the YA, I mean, you have almost a teenage boy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I don't like to think of him as almost teenage, but yes, he is.
I know.
He's close.
He is. He's getting there.
He's getting
so soon. So obviously you really like the characters. Would you recommend it for somebody Liam's age?
Maybe a girl. I think maybe it tends a little more towards the girl side, with the pop star and spy bodyguard combo thing.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not one Liam would read in particular. So he's more Percy
yeah, I was
Jackson.
gonna say he's not interested, but
I would say spice level is almost non-existent, particularly for like what I would qualify as a romance book. I think, although it does make a lot of mentions of activities, but not, and relationships, but not so much of like, there's almost nothing on the page. I think they kiss twice, and that's about it. So
yeah. So
and again, why they labeled it romance?
Liam's maybe
yes, like I said, probably.
I think 15, Liam's probably a few years too young.
Yeah, because he's only 10, so 15 would probably be,
Yeah, I would probably
14,
say
15,
like
16.
From your description, I'd say probably more like 12 or 13. Yeah.
Yeah, particularly on the girl side, yeah, probably would be fine. But
yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to add, talk about with your book?
Writing style, I do like her writing style. This is the first Mary Lou book I have read. I have heard some of her other stuff is really good as well. It is well written. In like sentence structure, it's not clunky, fast paced, and full of action. As spy thriller, it hits all those buttons. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. All right. Well, join us next week for probably the Sword of Kaigen, because I think that's what I'm going to do. Like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.